A US phone number takes this syntax. So we have the area code, which is 3 numbers, and then we have the prefix, which is 3 numbers, and then we have the line number, which is 4 numbers. So let's see how we can match it. So you might be thinking, well, we could use a character class and do 1 through 9 to specify a range, and then a dash, and then another 1 through 9. But we need to specify that there's 3, and then a dash, and then 3 more, and then maybe 1 through 9, and this time there needs to be 4. And you are right, that will match. But the problem is we're matching a simple phone number, and that's getting really complicated. We should be taking advantage of these helper classes, and in this case, the \D matches any digit character. So let's replace that now. Match any digit character, 3 of them specifically, then a dash, then 3 for the prefix, and then a dash, and then 4 for the line number. And now we are matching that, and it's a lot cleaner. But now let's test this out. I'm going to copy this number and come over to a PHP page, and I'm going to put this in, phone number, and we'll paste that in. And now we're going to try to match it. So we'll use the pregmatch function, and I'm going to copy our regular expression and paste it in. But remember, within PHP, we need to have delimiters, so I'll paste that in like so. So now we're looking for that. What are we matching against? The phone variable. And the third parameter is going to be an array that contains what was matched. So I'll write matches there. So now let's print our matches to see what we get. If I load the page, you can see that we have an array that contains that number. And this is something to be aware of, is with PHP, there's never a need to wrap your entire string within parentheses like so. If I refresh the page now, we're simply going to double up because PHP's pregmatch will automatically set the first item or the 0 key within an array equal to the entire match. So I'm going to remove those wrapping parentheses. But next, I want to be able to split this up into the area code, the prefix, and the line number. So we can do that. We can wrap this within parentheses, and we're going to wrap everything in itself except for the dashes because we don't need those. So now let's save that, and if I refresh the page, we have the full match, then the area code, prefix, and line number. But when I come back to this, especially if it's not something easy to understand like a phone number, I'm going to get confused because I will debug this and go, I can't remember what this 555 is. What are these? Wouldn't it be easier if rather than doing 0, 1, 2, 3, we could actually use named captures? And we can. With PHP and Python, we do it by using $P, and then within here, we're going to give it a name. So we would do area. So let's copy that, and I'm going to paste it right in here, like so. So here we're saying this is going to be a named capture, and we're going to name it area. And then we're going to do the same thing here, and that's the prefix. And the same thing here, and that's going to be the line number. Now I want you to note, this is not matching anything at all. All we're saying here is this is a named capture, which will then be applied to the matches array. So I'm going to save that and watch what happens. Before we had 0, 1, 2, 3, and we will still have those. But when I refresh the page, you will also be able to access these values by doing something like echo matches area. Now if I come back and refresh the page, we've got the area code and we don't have to do matches 0, matches 1. We can simply refer to exactly what we need. And this is referred to as a named capture. It's going to work in PHP or Python. In something like .NET, the syntax is slightly different. They are not going to have a P. So it'll be ? And then the name. In the next lesson, we're going to learn how to remove unneeded white space.